In September of last year, I went to Paris, and on my obligatory trip to the Louvre, I made the mistake of going into the gift shop, and amongst other things, I bought this book. This is The World According to Colour, A Cultural History by James Fox. My rating of this book is that it's excellent. I would say it's a nice combination of a little bit of technical, a little bit of historical, and quite a bit of artistic. They're all kind of a nice combination. The actual printing is black and white, and then they have plates inserted on photographic paper. I'm not sure how much I can show you. Now, even though I like this book and I would recommend it to any general reader, it's not that heavy as well. You can read this quite quickly. I want to point out something that I believe is a mistake. If you look on page 6, it describes the opponent process. Just focus my camera. Now, I believe this idea is correct. There's two kind of mistakes with this. On this side, there should be another arrow coming in from the cone cells, because that contributes to black and white. But I just want you to look at this diagram and see if this makes sense. So, red and green. Now, before I start, I should tell you that SML are short, medium, and long cones. That's why they're triangles, because they represent cone cells in the human eye, and need all eyes. Now, the long wavelength is red, right? Low frequency, long wavelength. Medium is green, short is blue, and the cone cells are responsive around those frequencies. So, if we're defining the red-green, why does the red cone, the long wavelength cone, not go into it? That doesn't make any sense. The short and medium, again, why would we go between these? That would be a cyan colour between those, which does not correspond to this axis. So this just doesn't make sense. There should really be a plus terminal and a minus terminal on this little thing here, this red-green sense, and it should be long and medium, and they act in opposition. It's a bit arbitrary to say that one is plus and one is minus, but that just helps us define this. It's a bit like north and south poles of a magnet, right? They're not really plus and minus, but it helps to do that, to kind of imagine the system as it is. Just examining the blue-yellow, the yellow wavelength is in between the medium and the long. And if you look at the frequency response, you'll see that the medium and the long overlap. So if they're both firing, that looks like there's a yellow. So it should be that these two are added to create a kind of virtual yellow cone, or virtual yellow input, because there is no yellow cone. And the blue is from the short wavelength, so it should have one terminal, maybe the plus, which is the short, and these two should be added together and go in the minus terminal. Some diagrams online do seem to be like this, but this is wrong. Overall, I would recommend this book to anyone. It's a very quick read, and it's quite well written. That's all from me, and goodbye.